my dear friends, and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. In today's video we have some amazing details for the Kenobi series. We're also going to be talking about Ahsoka, Lego Star Wars and more. So without much further ado and without any more jibber jabber, let's get straight into it. So we're going to begin with some awesome fight details for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. This is from MakingStarWars.net, and it's reported that in the first of the two fights in the show, Vader will to some extent get revenge over Obi-Wan Kenobi. Apparently for the last 10 years since their meeting on Mustafar, in Sith fashion, Vader has been meditating on his anger and fury for having lost that duel. As we saw in Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan warned Vader that he had the high ground, and Anakin's arrogance shone through and he was dismembered and burned. Well now, according to this report, Vader is going to have the chance at getting revenge, and as I said, he somewhat succeeds. The rumour states that somehow Vader sets Obi-Wan's arm on fire, and the former Jedi Master is burned pretty badly. Nothing life-changing obviously given that he's intact by the time of A New Hope, but enough that it causes a significant injury and setback for Obi-Wan. Now they also note that O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s character along with Princess Leia are going to help Kenobi get to a Bacta tank, and he is then taken off-world to Jabim in order to recover in a sinkhole base that was set up during the Clone Wars. So when you really think about it, Obi-Wan is Boba Fett, and O'Shea's character along with Princess Leia are his Gamorreans. So in case you missed the Bacta tank sequences from the Book of Boba, this show has Bacta too. Now all it needs is a Polynesian spa.
Another happy landing.
But all joking aside, the report concludes by stating that we follow Obi-Wan Kenobi until he passes out at the end of the 4th episode, and then in episode 5, he apparently wakes up in a medical facility on Jabim, and this base is going to be used as a centre of operations for a group of partisans, ones who Making Star Wars say could be linked to Saul Guerrera's crew. And 2 days ago in my last Kenobi update, I covered what's going on Jabim, so go and check that out if you've not done so guys. Now as we know from other recent leaks, Kenobi's going to go on to fight Vader again after this, and it's during the second fight that he reportedly hears the voice of Qui-Gon Jinn. Now I will say my dear friends, when it comes to these specific Kenobi rumours, the sources for these ones are pretty much as accurate as you can get. But having said that, there is absolutely no way for them to know everything, and there will be some surprises and curveballs that we did not expect. That is the beauty surrounding big shows like Kenobi and The Mandalorian. We want to be surprised, and no matter how many leaks and scoops, we will see things we did not know about. And I'm fully aware that there are people out there who are trying to avoid Star Wars news and leaks so that they can go in completely blind. I really respect that approach and understand why someone would want to do that. And let's not beat around the bush, we've had so many Kenobi leaks, they're literally dropping every other day. There has not been a Star Wars project or series in a very long time we've known this much about. The only exception maybe is The Rise of Skywalker, but in that case the entire plot leaked, whereas in this instance it's just bits and bobs here and there that kind of shape the main structure of the show, but not every single detail. And I say that because the teaser trailer proved that these leakers are legit. They were the first ones to mention the third sister called Reva, even before the Entertainment Weekly article dropped, and then the teaser trailer on the same day, so I'm inclined to believe the subsequent articles and reports from the same sources have a lot of truth to them. So we do know quite a bit, and I guess it's up to the individual to decide if that's a good thing or not. To argue in favour of it, in some ways it's reassuring, given how fearful and apprehensive some fans have been regarding the Kenobi show. It is arguably the one series Lucasfilm needs to get right, and by the sounds of things, Deborah Chow has done everything correctly as a showrunner, and in many ways, she is exactly what Star Wars needs right now. Someone as talented as she is, who can create a self-contained, solid, and consistent Star Wars story across 6 episodes. A story that handles Obi-Wan and Vader with due respect to the events before it in Revenge of the Sith, and after it in Star Wars / A New Hope. Now of course, on screen, it could look very different to what these rumours are stating, but Deborah Chow has more than proven herself in The Mandalorian, and personally, I have no concerns about her directorial abilities or producing skills. This is the way, or should I say, hello there.
General Kenobi.
Awesome stuff. And so now my dear Mandalorians, let's move on and talk about Rosario Dawson. I think it's safe to say we were all surprised when in chapter 6 of the Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka appeared, and not only that, she interacted with the son of her former master. In response to a fan questioning her excitement to share the screen with Luke Skywalker, Dawson revealed she was freaking out and, quote, is still pinching herself that she had the chance to work with Hamill. In her own words, she said, "Are you kidding? I was freaking out. I'm still pinching myself that I got to work with Mark Hamill as Ahsoka." And then she reveals that she did not know that her scene was with Luke until the day of filming. And as you would expect, this brings up the conversation of secrecy within the Mando-verse and Lucasfilm generally. A lot of the actors are not aware of things going on. For example, Luke Skywalker's appearance in the Mandalorian Season 2 finale came as a surprise to most people in the show. And Lucasfilm has truly taken Marvel Studios' infamous reputation of secrecy in stride, and that is certainly going to be the case in other shows as well. We've spoken about the Kenobi series and Andor, but that will also translate in Star Wars Ahsoka. And speaking of Luke's appearance in Season 2, even Jon Favreau himself described how few crew members were on set, and others were told beforehand that the Jedi appearance who'd come and rescue Grogu would be Plo Koon. So what I'm saying is, expect more surprises in all of the upcoming series. Ahsoka in particular has the opportunity to expand the story of Star Wars Rebels, while also drawing upon Timothy Zahn's work, which I think undoubtedly Favreau and Filoni will do. I can see it being a show that will follow the Mandalorian format, but will have higher stakes than I think any other Mando-verse era season so far, especially when you're bringing in live-action Thrawn and potentially Chiss Space. And we have to bear in mind that Ahsoka at this point in her life is more wise and powerful than she's ever been, and there is a lot of profundity to be explored in terms of her place in this portion of Dave Filoni's story. And given that Dave Filoni is the showrunner and the mastermind who created the character in the first place, he really can't go wrong. The show is in the right hands. We don't know too much about the Ahsoka series, but we have had some casting leaks, and many more undoubtedly are still to come. And so finally, my dear friends, we have a few exciting LEGO updates. First of all, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Andor are getting their own LEGO sets rumoured for this summer. It is the second one rumoured for Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's going to be much larger than the first. And a separate LEGO set is going to be for the Andor series, although no further information is known at this time. Now moving away from LEGO itself to talk about LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, the upcoming game. We're now just 9 days away from it dropping, and while a lot of LEGO fans are looking forward to Mumble mode, which I will admit is absolutely hilarious, there is an argument to be made against this, notably the fact that James Arnold Taylor and Matt Lanter are returning to reprise their roles as Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. In addition, Sam Witwer is going to be voicing Darth Maul, and Tom Kane, having sadly now retired from voice acting following a stroke, is voicing Qui-Gon Jinn, Yoda, and Admiral Akbar. Matthew Wood is also returning as Grievous and the Battle Droids, while Corey Burton is back to voice Count Dooku. Not to mention some others like Daniel Logan as Boba Fett. So if you want the authentic, auditory experience for LEGO Star Wars, then you might want to stay away from Mumble mode. It's a charming throwback to the original LEGO games and a great addition to this game. A while back now, TT Games announced that the Skywalker Saga would include the mode, and players can toggle it on and off, simulating the dialogue style of the former LEGO games. For example, LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, where characters never spoke and instead mumbled sounds that mimicked the cadence of the dialogue from the films. It was a fun way to recreate classic scenes and won over a lot of players, but even aside from Mumble mode, there is so much comedy in this upcoming LEGO game. I'm sure it's going to be a blast, and as you guys know, I've been really pushing it. I can't wait for it to come out and share my authentic thoughts and gameplay with you. But with that said, my dear friends, share your thoughts of this and everything we spoke about in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this news update, please be sure to leave me a big fat thumbs up, and if you want more videos that are not found here on YouTube, while also getting access to our Discord server, then click the link down below. But until the next one, my dear friends, may the Force be with you always. I'm Star Wars Meg, have a good one.